Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back. I hope you're having a great day. So a couple months ago, I started a little candle accessories collection series here on my channel, and I have been sharing some of my favorites in my collection. So my favorite Homeworks pedestals, my favorite Bath & Body Works candle accessories that I've purchased over the years, my favorite hurricanes, and one of actually the last videos that the last video that I'm getting around to today. This includes all of, I would say, the rest of my candle accessories. So taper candle holders, pillar candle holders, candelabras, wall sconces, votive holders. Honestly, a lot of these things are kind of, in a way, one-of-a-kind pieces at this point because I've collected them over the years. But I will tell you where I found the different pieces, and hopefully that kind of gets your mind going in terms of places you could go in your area to find maybe similar things, or maybe just kind of puts a mental note, you know, in your brain for you to maybe check out some after season sales, because honestly, I think the vast majority of this stuff, I would say probably all of it, was purchased either on sale or on clearance. I very rarely pay full price for things. I always wait until there's some kind of sale. But yeah, if anything is linkable, I will certainly link it in the description box down below. But for the most part, I'm just trying to give you some ideas here. And you'll definitely see, like, I certainly have a specific style, and looking at this now, it's a very distinct style that I go for. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and dive into it. So some of these things I brought to you know, this location here with me, but in the next parts of the video here, I will actually be showing you some of these pieces where I currently, you know, have them located. So we'll be doing a little bit of a tour as well. I didn't want to take my my sconces like off the wall, if that makes sense. So I'll just show those to you on the actual wall. So without further ado, we're gonna get started with some votive holders. Now, my favorite way to come across votive holders is usually at after season sales. So I like to hit up a lot of after Christmas sales for votive holders because I happen to like mercury glass as a finish, and a lot of times that comes out during the holidays. And so if you just wait until after Christmas, you can grab a lot of that stuff at anywhere from like 50 to, I mean, I've gotten some things at like 90% off at Michael's. So I've gotten some screaming deals that way. So hit up those after season sales. But another favorite way of mine personally to get votive holders is to reuse candle holders that I already have. So this, for example, tell me, this is a blast from the past. This was part of, I think, a Mother's Day collection at Bath & Body Works. This had the very original pink petal tea cake in it. Yep, they did them in this like mason jar size, if you will. But this particular year, they had hobnail. I don't know why they're not doing stuff like this anymore, because this is absolutely stunning, right? So after I finished the candle, it actually had a like a spray paint or some kind of paint finish on the inside that was pink. When I put this through the dishwasher, that completely came off. So I ended up having to scrape little bits of it. But yeah, this glass was originally painted pink, if you will. But since it came off in the dishwasher, I just decided to go ahead and scrape the rest of the pink paint out. I think I had either 2 or 3 of these that I picked up when they were on a sale, and I just thought they were so pretty. And you know what? These are fantastic to reuse because it's nice glass, right? And I love hobnail. That texture just, I think, is really neat. And you can put I think I have put Kringle Daylights in here, or if you go and just pick up some votives, you know, at like Marshall's or Ross, like you can plop those in here and they look so pretty. Another one that I want to show you is, so this is one of my LAFCO candle jars. They have the most beautiful, unique hand-blown glass that they use for their candles. Now it's gorgeous, obviously without this little lace piece that I put on here, but I used to be a wedding florist, so I have a ton of leftover ribbon and lace and stuff from, you know, years of bridal clients. And so I had this really pretty lace, and I thought it might be kind of interesting to use some of those like glue dots and just, you know, wrap this around the label, and it gave it kind of a neat, like, different look. It's maybe made it a little bit more shabby chic, but I do really like how beautiful these jars are. And I mean, you can use these for, you can put makeup brushes in here, whatever floats your boat, but I like to reuse these for votives. They're really pretty, and yeah. They will definitely, if you have these, for example, outside on your outdoor table, if you have a votive in the bottom here, it'll be protected from the wind, and it's just such a beautiful jar. There's no way that I could ever like recycle this. There's no, it's too pretty. So I just like to reuse stuff like this whenever I can. I also like using dishes like this. Now this is actually an antique milk glass piece. My mother-in-law gave me 2 of these. She had 2 matching of these particular pieces. I don't know what this was used for originally, but I don't believe that it was used for like a candle dish. But it's just a really beautiful, like, again, antique milk glass. So if you find, you know, neat looking either jade or milk glass or whatever, you know, at your local Goodwill or Deseret Industries or wherever, when you come across stuff like this, think about using this as a base for example, the Bath and Body Works candles fit into this. So I plop a lot of my Bath and Body Works candles onto these, and it's a good way to protect your surfaces. And they just are a little bit more interesting and unique than, you know, just going and buying like some mass-produced piece. So, and you'll see here, in terms of like shopping at antique stores or secondhand, I'm a big fan of that. It took me a long time to get into it. Like, my mom has been antiquing for years, and I've always kind of gone with her, but I've never really seen the value in it until I think I got a little bit older and I started appreciating how well made a lot of, you know, older things are. And so a couple of years ago, my mom and I were at an antique mall here in Oregon, and I started seeing these huge lots of like brass candle holders. And so I just snagged a ton. Here's just 2 like that I picked up, 2 different styles. And I love grabbing, just mixing and matching. Like, they don't have to be the exact same piece to be able to pair them together and for them to look good. In fact, I think it's more interesting if they do have a different shape, different heights. And what I think I like most about these older brass pieces, let me just take this out of here, is that like patina that they get. Can you see that like almost like verdigris finish on there? You can totally polish these and, you know, bring back that brassy shine. But I really like keeping that patina intact. So the more patina, the better. But yeah, you should check out your local antique malls. I'm telling you, there are hundreds of thousands of these floating out there. Every antique store that I go into has a ton of brass candle accessories. If that's what you're looking for, there's a treasure trove out there. Also, again, places like eBay, that's another great place to find. They usually sell these like in different lots of like 5, 10, 15 together. And then, you know, it's kind of nice because they've already done the work for you, and they, you know, they just put a little variety pack together, packaged it for you, and then you just decorate with it. So, but I think it's kind of fun to like dig through and look at the different shapes and the different patinas and kind of, you know, build my own collection. So, all right. More taper candle holders. I have a lot of these. I'm only showing you a small sampling here. These really are like my favorite pieces. These are the newest to my collection, and I really wish they were still available. I hope Magnolia brings them back, but I bought these from the Magnolia website, as in like Chip and Joanna Gaines Magnolia. I'm not a really big like Magnolia person, if you will. My mom is. Oh my gosh, my mom, she watched every show, like HGTV. She will watch every single show. I don't know. I'm not really that into it, but I do like a lot of Joanna's design choices. So there are, you know, some things that appeal to me on their website. So these were recently released on their website, and I think they're sold out now, but I hope they get them back. So, but aren't these just gorgeous? I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's the Anna Antique Brass Collection. And they're quite, I mean, they're not super heavy, but they're quite substantial. And they have a really nice, like, antique, it's definitely, it doesn't have much of a patina, but it's a really pretty brass color, and they're heavy. I actually purchased 2 sets. So the Anna collection came with this one, and I really like the like petal design of the top here, and then this little guy, I liked the little handle on this one. So those are really sweet. Those are the newest ones to my collection. These, I can link these for you. This actually came in a set of 4. This is just 2 from the set here. The other 2 are a different design. I think this is called the Booker collection at Pottery Barn. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. It's available in, I think they have a brass finish, and I think they also have the bronze finish. Now, I don't remember where I got these from. Originally, I didn't buy them at Pottery Barn, but I was shocked to find the exact same set at Pottery Barn. Originally, I think mine were probably gold, and I did spray paint them this like bronze color myself. I do that with a lot of my candle accessories. If I want a different finish, I'll just spray paint it, and you know what, if I ever want them to be gold again, I'll just buy some gold spray paint and it'll be dandy, right? So but yeah, I don't remember where I got these, but they are now available at Pottery Barn, and it's a set of 4. I think you can purchase them individually as well. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the case. But I liked the shape of this one especially. So that is definitely a favorite. Now, these you should still be able to find at Hobby Lobby. I have all 3 styles. There's 3 different styles that came. In fact, I have, here's the shortest one. It's just off to the side here, so I can easily grab it. These are heavy. Listen, these are substantial. I'm just gonna take this out. This thing could cause some damage if it, you know, fell on your toes. It is very heavy. But I loved the weight of these, and I was shocked to find something of this quality at Hobby Lobby. A lot of their candle accessories look and feel kind of cheap to me, but these, not at all. I probably have 3 or 4 of each of these. My hair is driving me nuts today, you guys. It keeps, ignore my hair, it's stressing me out. I probably have 3 or 4 of each of these styles. Again, I bought them when they were on like a 50% off sale. So that's the good thing about Hobby Lobby, is you never really have to pay full price for any of their stuff. You might have to wait for a sale, but usually all of this stuff goes on like 50% off. So, but really substantial and just really unique kind of antique vibes. And again, it's the weight that got me. It really looks like a genuine antique piece. So I really appreciated that. Okay, these next ones are all for pillar candles, and then we will go on our little tour here. Okay, so actually, yeah, we'll start with this one. So this one here, I'm missing the little thing on the bottom, but the other ones still had the labels on the bottom. So I purchased this at Michael's. So it was a duo. This is the shorter of the 2, and then there's also a slightly taller one. So I purchased 2 sets. Really, really pretty wood piece. And this was, I think, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago that I bought these. Really pretty finish. I have never been tempted to mess with the finish on these at all, because I just think it's stunning. These are great, because once again, I think I paid like $5, maybe like between $5 and $10 for each of them, and they're substantial, and they don't necessarily look like a Michael's decor piece, do they? I don't think they do. I think it looks a little bit more expensive than something that I picked on clearance at Michael's. So again, don't forget to check out Michael's, of all places, but they do have some nice pieces. A lot of them, I think the scale is a little bit off for me. I like really substantial pieces, but sometimes they do get them in. These next two are probably really going to surprise you. I purchased both of these. So I have this in the short version here as well as the tall version. I have two sets. Again, I like to purchase in sets or duos or trios, but I got this at Fred Meyer, of all places. If you are in the Pacific Northwest, you know what Fred Meyer is. It's basically a grocery store that also sells home accessories and clothing and automotive stuff and gardening stuff. It's just a hodgepodge, right? But it's mostly my go-to grocery store. But they sell some really beautiful decor pieces. Keep your eye out. If you ignore the decor at Fred Meyer, like when you're doing your grocery shopping, it is worth checking out. I have some really pretty pieces from there, and this one is probably one of my favorites. So this is glass. It's like a pink mercury glass finish. It is gorgeous. Look at that color. I love these. I have these both on my bookshelf over here at the top, and I just have, you know, the pillar candle holders that I purchased from Costco several years ago. They look so pretty. Love this. This one here, I have a really tall one, and then I purchased two of these. Again, it was on clearance, so I never was able to find the tall, like, second one to make another set of two, if you will. So I have these in a trio, and this is gold mercury glass, and this was again part of another Fred Meyer Christmas collection that they had. And yeah, it was the HD Designs holiday collection. This was $14.99 full price, and I know I bought it at 50% off. So pretty, right? And like glass, real heavy glass, and I just think they're so pretty, and I bought them at my grocery store, you guys. So you can find candle accessories everywhere, apparently. Anyway, I want to take you on a little tour of some of the accessories that I have hanging on my walls. These are definitely some of my personal favorites, so let's go ahead and look at those, and then we will meet back here. And we are now in my dining room, and I have actually a couple different types of sconce situations in here. So this is the first one. Now this piece, I have a matching one on the other side of my antique hutch here. I also purchased these from Antique Farmhouse. Now I purchased these I think at least 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure if they're still available on the website. I'll take a look. If they are, I'll definitely link them. But these basically just hold votives, essentially, as you can see. And I actually decided to purchase some like battery operated votives. That's what you see in there right now. Let me see if I can zoom in even further. Yeah, so that little candle that you see in there is actually a battery operated votive. So it's kind of nice because I feel like I don't have to really worry about, you know, open flame. With a lot of my sconces, I use either the taper candles that are battery powered. There is one sconce that you will see in my dining room that I did put some real candles in, but I'm not sure that I'm gonna keep real ones in there, so we'll see. The real ones just look so beautiful, but I do like the safety of these battery operated candles. I have so many of them. Years ago, Costco would sell here, let me move over here. Sorry, you're gonna hear a little bit of creaking. So Costco used to sell these what would you call these, pillar candles. I think it was like a set of like 7 or 8 in multiple different sizes and heights. They were great. So I have probably 3 sets of those from Costco. So I have these, I guess you could say battery operated pillar candles coming out of my ears, to be totally honest. They're fantastic though. The only thing is that, you know, obviously you go through a lot of batteries with these, especially if you use them somewhat regularly. So can get a little spendy, but I mean, with candles, you're basically just, you know, lighting up your money as well. So what does it matter? Anyway, over here, I have this is a piece that I bought at Michael's. You could use it as a bookend. I have another one that I will show you just very briefly in the stairwell here as well. But these pieces were available a couple of years ago and they were originally white, but I went ahead and distressed them a little bit with some of my Annie Sloan dark wax. That's all that I used to get this more, I guess, wood-like finish. I felt like I had a lot of maybe like distressed white pieces going on, and I wanted some pieces that were a little bit warmer looking, just to bring some more warmth into the house, right? So anyway, these were great, and I actually snagged them when Michael's was having a clearance sale. So I don't think I paid more than like, definitely not more than like $10 for the two that I purchased. And it's nice because they have the little hooks on the back, so they're very easy to put up. I also have one of my IKEA little candle dishes on top there just to like jazz it up a little bit more. But I really like these pieces as well, because with these you can obviously use these pillar candles, and I think those are kind of nice to you know, have at an elevated eye level as well. You don't just have to do like the taper candles. So all right, let's move on to the sconce that I have in my stairwell here. That has a very similar finish to what this used to look like. So some of you might actually have these pieces. Let me know if you have any of these. I mean, I know many of us shop at Michael's, especially for, you know, random home decor pieces. So let me know if you actually happen to have some of these. Okay, these two are probably some of my favorite pieces in my collection. They're a little spendy, but I think they were totally worth it. These are kind of a French country provincial style of candelabra. These are still available, so I will link them down below. I originally only purchased one and then it sold out, and after I received it, I was like, oh, this is really beautiful. I kind of wish I had picked up two. And then Antique Farmhouse brought it back, and thankfully it's still available. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in on this one over here a little bit so that you can see some more of the details. It does have some distressing on it, so if you don't, you know, like that look, then this is probably not the one for you. But it just, I don't know, something about this just spoke to me. I love how substantial it is. So this is actually a really tall fireplace mantle here in the living room. This is quite tall. I can actually stand underneath that lip right there. And it barely touches the top of my head, and I'm 5'7", so this thing is taller than me. So you can see just how substantial these pieces are. They're absolutely worth the splurge, you guys. And Antique Farmhouse does offer free shipping now. I think if you spend $49 and over, so you know, these would definitely ship for free. But yeah, they're stunning. They're really heavy and substantial. They're not cheaply made, and these are definitely two pieces that I don't think I would ever get rid of in my collection. Yeah, I think they're so beautiful. So anyway, let's go take a look at some wall sconces next. And just really quickly here, I went ahead and turned the camera around so that you guys could see this one up close a little bit better. Let me go ahead and zoom in. So that finish that you see on there is just the Annie Sloan wax. I obviously did leave quite a bit of the white showing. I kind of like the contrast between the two. So, but yeah, don't be afraid to customize your pieces. If you see something at the store and it's a really great price point, but it's the wrong color for you, just change it, change the color. It's so easy to do with rub and buff, with spray paint, with acrylic paint. Get creative, get crafty. You don't just have to accept home decor the way that it is sold to you. You can customize any of the stuff that you buy. So if you're afraid to do that, I encourage you to try it. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, and you can come up with some really unique pieces that way, I think. All right, here is just a quick peek at that other corbel. This one was sold at the same time as the last two that you just saw. Slightly different finish on this one. I actually liked the finish from the get-go, so I didn't switch this one up. I actually regret only being able to find one of these. This was one where it was such a beautiful, substantial piece, and I would have probably bought about 3 or 4 because it would have been neat to put on a bookshelf as well, just as like an accent decor piece or something, but this was the only one left at my local store. So yeah, that's fine. I guess it saved me a little bit of money, but yeah. So Michael's does have some really cool pieces, especially during their clearance sales. All right, we are now taking a look at some of my newest favorites to my little candle collection. One of the things that I really started becoming obsessed with probably within the last like 8 months or so were antique candle sconces. And so I started looking around on eBay, on Etsy, you know, all sorts of different resale websites for just beautiful, like legit antique bronze pieces. And there were a few styles that I kept coming across that I just fell in love with, and this was one here. I don't remember the manufacturer of this one, but if you look up candle sconces on eBay, which is where I bought this one, you will find this piece over and over again. It's so pretty. I got an absolutely incredible deal on a pair of these. So I actually have one here on, hold on, I have to, there you go. So I've got the matching one on the other side of the mirror here. But I think I got both of these for like around $60. And then I think it was also free shipping. So I had to be patient for the price to come down, but it did eventually come down, and then I snatched them up. I think I got one of the best deals on a pair of these on eBay, at least. So it's definitely worth, you know, watching over there and checking in frequently. Also, eBay does this thing where, you know, if you are watching something, they'll send you notifications if the price goes down. But this piece is stunning, you guys. I'm gonna zoom you in just a little bit here so that you can see some of the details. I just love the texture. Now, you can see that there is quite a patina on this, and I opted to not polish these. But if you use Barkeeper's Friend, you can totally polish these pieces up to a super shiny finish. I like that little bit of a worn look, so I'll probably just keep these as is. But if that, you know, multi-tonal thing bothers you, it's very easy to polish solid brass. So, and here you see some of those taper candle holder or taper candles, not holders, taper candles that are battery powered. And I'll link where I got these down below. You can also find these all over eBay, but these come with a really nice remote. So at night, all I have to do is go around, you know, and just turn them off with the remote. And they're just, obviously they're a lot safer. So anyway, let's move on to my second sconce, brass sconce that I bought that I was kind of watching for a long time. All right, this sconce here, and it's twin because I like to buy things in pairs or trios. This one is here in our kitchen nook eating area, right next to our backslider. I do have real taper candles in here, but as you can see, they are sitting a little wonky in the actual holders. A lot of these older brass pieces do require some repairs. It's easy enough to fix them up. I haven't tackled that with this one. I got this pair right here for probably the best deal ever. Both of them went down to $30 with free shipping on eBay. And as soon as I saw that, like, I jumped on and I snatched them up. I could not believe that I basically got them for like 15 bucks a pop. They're beautiful, and this is a style that I have been lusting after for quite some time. If you start looking at these candle sconces, you start seeing repeats of the same, the exact same design over and over again. And there's a couple others that seem to be quite popular that also speak to my design taste. So I'm watching those as well. But this is kind of my newest obsession here, are these candle sconces. I would definitely recommend putting your nail into a stud if at all possible. Again, these are quite heavy, but they're so beautiful. And again, I love the fact that they have a little bit more character to them. I didn't polish this one, so whatever patina it came with is just what I'm gonna rock for the piece. But isn't it pretty? It's not massive, but I just think it was such a neat design. I don't know. It's very intricate and kind of swirly. I don't know, I think it's pretty. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little look at some of my remaining favorite candle accessories in my collection. I definitely think at this point I would consider myself a collector of candle accessories, and you know what? I don't mind that. With any of this stuff, I feel like I can probably, if I get tired of it or whatever, I can probably either pawn it off on friends or family, or I can probably just pop it up on like Facebook Marketplace and in all likelihood make my money back on, you know, whatever I decide to pop up there, because like I said, most of these things were purchased really inexpensively, and I've collected them over the years. That's one thing that I would really encourage you to do. I know it's so tempting to want to just go out and buy everything at once, but I think the way that I've been going about it has been kind of my favorite way so far in terms of how I've been shopping for decor for my home. I used to just want to buy everything at once, like I said, but then I decided to just start adding like a piece at a time as I came across things organically, naturally. So instead of, you know, just hunting things down necessarily, I just kind of went shopping and happened to come across this or happened to come across this and think, man, that's a screaming deal. I should pick that up. It'd be pretty in my house, right? So I think shopping that way has really caused me to accumulate a nice variety of things. It's given me the opportunity to mix and match a little bit more and not have everything, you know, look exactly the same. I just think it makes, you know, your house look a little bit more interesting that way. But you know, as I always say, everybody has their own tastes. So if you like going and buying everything at once and having it match completely, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's fun to, you know, collect different pieces and have some stories about them and be able to look at them and maybe recall some special memory or something. You know, a lot of these, especially these like brass pieces that I collect while I'm shopping with my mom, like when I look at these, I think of, you know, the fun that my mom and I have had going to different antique stores together. And I just think that I think that's special. So anyway, that concludes this series. I finally got around to filming this video. It feels good to get it done. So sorry it took me a long time. Anyway, let me know if you have any questions. I want to know what some of your favorite pieces are and where you have collected them from in the comments down below. I appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.